Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dion and today we are honoring the legacy of the fabulous Jane Birkin. If you don't know who Jane Birkin is, you've definitely heard of her last name, which is the namesake for one of the most high-end bags ever made, the Hermes Birkin bag. In this video, we are going to talk about Jane Birkin's biography a little bit, her style, and how to get that effortlessly chic look that she mastered. So if you like celebrity fashion and fashion commentary in general, definitely make sure to subscribe to this channel. And with that, let's get into it. Jane Birkin was born on December 14th, 1946 in London. She emerged in the swinging London scene of the 1960s, appearing in an uncredited part in The Knack, How to Get It in 1965. She also had a small role in Blow Up in 1966 as a blonde model. At the time, the movie gained notoriety because of Jane Birkin's nude scene, which she said later she did because John Barry told her she would not have the courage to show up naked on set. In 1969, she released a duet with her partner, Serge Gainsbourg, titled Je t'aime, mon non plus. I love you, me neither. Jane Birkin had a romantic and creative relationship with the French musician Serge Gainsbourg, whom she met on the set of Slogan in 1968. They were together for 12 years but never married, despite rumors and misreporting of the contrary. She eventually became a French citizen. She's also a very big activist and philanthropist, selling her personal used Birkin for over $100,000 to earthquake relief. She also asked Hermes to take her name off the bag unless they comply with their standards, stating she wanted the company to, quote, debaptize the Birkin Croco until better practices in line with intentional norms can be put in place, referring to the cruel methods used to acquire the skins for the crocodile variant of the bags. Hermes announced soon afterwards that the new version had satisfied Jane Birkin. She also campaigned against the far-right movement in France, capital punishment in London, and advocated for abortion rights and HIV/AIDS relief, and signed an open letter on the front page of Le Monde asking politicians to take climate action immediately. The English actor and singer was the poster child for the swinging 60s and bohemian 70s style. From a classic white tee and patchwork denim jeans to a slash crochet dress, Jane Birkin was the epitome of the I woke up like this glamour. The classic look being the shrunken t-shirts, cut-off jeans, and espadrilles. Another huge part of her style were baby doll dresses paired with knee socks or knee-high boots, which was a very popular look at the time. She very much does the boyfriend jeans and baby tee look with comfortable shoes. Her outfits are very practical and look comfortable. Other than in photo shoots, I seldom saw photos of her in clothing that I thought was like tight or restricting. From her basket bag to her loose pants, everything seems practical but well styled. There were the ragged bangs she maintained all of her life and looked as though she cut them herself. Designer Anna Sui says, quote, her style was very different from American style, something new to our fashion vocabulary. There was something British about it, that slightly rumpled English look, but fused with classic French codes. Birkin was described as having carried a hand-woven straw bag from Castro Marim in Algarve, Portugal. Sorry if I butchered that. She took it everywhere she went, from the market to nightclubs to formal events, until Jacques Douillon intentionally ran it over with his car. In 1983, Hermes chief executive Jean-Louis Dumas was seated next to Jane Birkin on a flight from Paris to London. I'm sure from all the obituaries and stuff you guys have heard this story, so I'll just briefly go through it. But essentially, she always had her straw basket bag with her, and when she put it in the overhead compartment of the seat, everything fell out, and she complained to another person in first class who happened to be the chief executive for Hermes that it's really hard for women to find bags that like fit all their stuff, and so he created the Birkin bag and named it after her. In 1984, he created a black supple leather bag for her, the Birkin bag. The Birkin bag has over the years become a status symbol with prices ranging from $10,000 to $500,000. So Jane Birkin was really such a fashion icon of the 60s, and like we talked about, she also kept that sort of 60s activism throughout her life. She was very down to earth in lots of her interviews, explaining how she doesn't want to wear heels or makeup anymore in her older age. She thought it was more beautiful to be comfortable, and that I think she said like you're most beautiful after 40 or something like that. She just seemed like a very down to earth woman which I think is like really admirable, especially like in the modeling space and for the time. And she sort of kept that with her style and in her personality. So when we talk about staples of her style, it really reflects that sort of down to earth, practical, you know, mom on the go, model off duty vibe. She literally is like the original messy French girl, like actually the textbook of what a messy French girl is. So her staples of their style are white t-shirts, flared or loose jeans, baby doll dresses, micro mini skirts and mini dresses, Converse, espadrilles, ballet flats, striped sweaters, flowy pants and flowy maxi skirts, slouchy sweaters, knee-high boots, trench coats, knee socks, low belts, statement fur or leather or suede jackets, obviously a basket bag, puff sleeve tops, pops of red, iconic bangs, doe-eyed makeup, no bra. Very 60s, again, very messy French girl, just like loose, comfortable. Obviously the big like doe-eyed makeup that was popular in the 60s with Twiggy and like so many, that was just like how you did your makeup style. I don't really look good in that look, so I didn't really do that part. I tried to give messy French girl in this, so I did do my bangs, but they're so overgrown that they're not really banging. I have a little like white bow, you know, like whatever. This is off the shoulder. I am wearing like loose flared jeans, so yeah, giving Jane Birkin a little bit of like a lip stain on, I guess. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it definitely is very much like the model off duty style. It very much is like messy French girl. I love her like baby doll dresses knee-high boot combo. I love that look. I think that's really chic. And like I think there is a time and place for like a white button down or a white t-shirt, jeans, and like a pair of red espadrilles. It's definitely it's chic, but it's very easy and accessible. A little bit basic on my end, but I think what people think like the Jane Birkin style is that like white t-shirt thing, but I actually think her other styles, when she's wearing the like fur coats or the patchwork or the like knee-high boots and baby doll dresses, the micro minis, I think that is like more chic personally. But like if you're new to this channel, you might not know, like I'm very extra. I'm sort of maximalist style, so I obviously am going to prefer the more like just going away from basics. I don't like super romanticizing like white t-shirt and jeans. Is it a fit or is she just a model? That kind of vibe. But I do think Jane Birkin's like 60s, 70s mod bohemian style, that's like so just like classic. I don't want to say Twiggy comparatively, but like that's kind of what I think of. I really love that style. I love 60s, 70s style in that way. So now we're going to talk about getting the look. So obviously, like I just said, like the classic Jane Birkin look would be loose jeans, a white baby tee, a basket bag, a pair of ballet flats or low heels. Bonus points if the shoes are red. She does a lot of like red, white, and blue combos. Again, very classic. I almost want to say like all American, but obviously France is also red, white, and blue, and so is Great Britain or the United Kingdom flag. So like whatever. But you could also go with something with like a super short hemline as like a not so basic version of Jane Birkin's style, because I feel like everyone defaults to just like the white t-shirt and jeans, and I think paying homage to those like micro minis that she wore, those like super long, almost like Cher-esque crochet dresses that she wore. Love like knee-high boots, knee-high socks. I think Jane Birkin's like 70s style, the bohemian Penny Lane kind of vibe is gonna be so cute for fall. I think that's such a good like fall look. Like I think it's just very like tons of it is all my Pinterest as my inspo. Classic, practical, and fun is what I would describe her style as. You don't want to over accessorize, you want to keep it nice and simple, but make sure there's a polish to it with a pop of color or an iconic handbag. With the luxury in her style, she beats it up, she uses it, and she talks about that in interviews. Like there's no point in having a bag like behind a glass case, like it's meant to be used. Why else would I have this bag? So she has this like really like practical logic streak in her, which shows in her style, like her everyday wear, and also just like how she uses her bags. Like I mentioned before, she auctioned off her personal Birkin that had like stickers and prayer beads on it and stuff like that. And there's been a whole trend of like Jane Birkifying your handbag. So putting ribbons and beads on your handbag, just like personalizing it, using it more. I also call it like using your bag like an Olsen twin. Like Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen also took notes from Jane Birkin in the sense of like showing up to the red carpet with their beat up Hermes bag, like their designer bags genuinely looking like they're used and they're loved. And part of it is like, I'm so rich, I don't care, right? But the other part of it, especially I think on Jane Birkin's side, is like, I'm using this bag. I have this bag because I want to use it. So I'm going to use this bag, which I really admire. I mean, her style is so easy to recreate in your own closet. I mean, you definitely have the classic like Jane Birkin look. I think everybody does, everyone has like some sort of white shirt and jeans. But in terms of like thrifting, getting like 70s boots and coats, or just like mock 70s stuff, so like turtlenecks, suede jackets, micro minis, knee socks, knee-high boots, I think is so cute, especially for fall. I'm so excited for fall style. I also think it's very, Jane Birkin style is very like Matilda Djerf-esque, for like a modern reference, in terms of like basics that are styled and high quality and luxury, but in a relaxed, comfy, practical way. Like I think of Djerf Avenue as a brand, and I think it's very like the loose trousers, the classic pieces, the sort of androgynous pieces are very Jane Birkin-esque, I think. And she really is just the epitome of like the messy French girl, model off-duty, classic style, chic but not too try hard, practical, comfortable, but always still beautiful and polished, which I think is something that we all want to achieve. So I hope you liked this video and learned a little bit about Jane Birkin, such an icon, and it is such a loss of the fashion community. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know down below what other style celebrities you want me to cover. And definitely subscribe to my channel because I post videos every Thursday. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram because I post content there almost every single day. And with that, have a happy day. Bye.